Hello, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. This is your tarot and oracle reading for your love messages for November 2025. Libra, you have time to go in reverse. All right, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? I'm picking up on some hesitation here towards something involving your love life, okay? Whether it's time for you to share your feelings with that person, whether it's time for you to say, hey, I want something committed, whether it's time for you to be like, hey, I want to get married, whether it's time for you to walk out of a relationship that sucks, you know, there's something here where it's like you're lingering on the edge and it's just time for you to go for it, okay? The Tower as your first card. Yep. This is going to be a very significant month for you in terms of your love life, Libra. Okay. Just cracking and breaking down any negative foundation that contributes to your love life negatively. Wow. The Lover's in reverse. Whoo. Oh, Libra. Libra. Yeah. The World in reverse. It just sometimes the cards come together in a way that says a message so loud, and what I'm seeing here in this top row is so specifically loud. It's time for you to quit communication or cut someone off or break up with someone. What I'm seeing here is a really toxic relationship. Some of you guys may actively be in this relationship, and you'll know, it's not gonna be some big hidden secret like surprising you right now. It's gonna resonate where it resonates. Think about where it's resonating. Okay. For others of you, you may still like follow an ex on social media, or like they just may be watching all of your stories, and every time you see their name watching your stories or liking your stuff, it like triggers some sort of negative feelings within you. Maybe even some limerence like, oh, is this person gonna reach out? Or a big problem in the tarot community right now are these predatory tarot readers who make these readings specific, like all of the readings are, oh, this person's going to come back from the past. Oh, your ex still thinks about you all the time. Now, those messages do come up here and there, okay? But if that is somebody's only message, it's very predatory because they're targeting people who are stuck in a state of limerence. Limerence means like romantic obsession, this loop where you cannot stop thinking about somebody who is emotionally unavailable to you at this time, whether you're not in contact, whether you never even talked to this person and shared their feelings, whether they're a celebrity, it doesn't matter. You're not emotionally connected to them, and you are obsessed with the thought of them, obsessed like on a daily basis watching these tarot readings. If that sounds like you, it is time for you to break that cycle. It is time for you to go. It is time for you to break the loop. And how do you break this loop? First off, block them. Block this person. Delete their number. Block their number and then delete it. Block them on social media. Delete all the pictures with them, or put them in a special file somewhere where you're not going to see them. And just remove them from your life. Remove the photos on your walls. Burn their old clothes, or donate them rather, if they're in good condition. Get rid of the things that remind you of them and create new memories for yourself. Don't just sit around your house. Get out and do something on a daily basis. Live your life. That's my biggest piece of advice. If you're having a hard time getting over someone, go live your life to the fullest. What I did is I became a very insufferable, obsessed runner. That's how I overcame my heartbreak. Just went out and started running. And now I'm obsessed with it. And that's all I can think about. That's all I do. It's great. Live your life to the full. There's so much to do in life, literally. Like, learn how to just get obsessed with like baking as many cookies as possible. You know them like gourmet cupcakes that look so cute? Learn how to make those. Learn how to make cool pasta shapes. I don't know why the full moon is in Taurus, literally as I'm filming this, so that's probably why my mind keeps going back to food. But there's so much to do in the world beyond obsessing over this person, and I don't think you realize how much time you may waste doing that. Now, if you don't feel like you're wasting time doing that at all, and you're like, what? It can directly block new love from coming in if you are still deeply connected to an ex, okay? Now, another thing here, another way in which this can manifest, if none of those things resonate with you. If you're interested in talking to someone right now, like you've been seeing someone, and you feel like they are still deeply attached to their ex, you need to talk to them about that and see how they react, you know? Like saying, hey, it makes me uncomfortable that you are still like best friends with your ex. That is not something I'm interested in. And just open up that dialogue, and don't be afraid to walk away if they get all defensive or weird or whatever. If that's not something you're cool with, I just want to say that's valid. Okay? And you don't have to go down that road. All right? We have strength in reverse. See this? You got to talk openly about these things, guys. Justice in reverse. Holy crap. Lovers in reverse. Justice in reverse. Guys, this is like, whether it's friendship, whether it is somebody you were in a relationship with, if somebody betrayed your trust and hurt you in a very conscious way, block them. Do not speak to them again. Justice in reverse is like, I know this is wrong and I'm choosing to do it. It's very conscious, which to me is so like evil, because I can't empathize with that. I cannot empathize with people who know that what they are doing hurts people and is wrong, and then they choose to do it anyways. I genuinely cannot empathize with that. I can sympathize and be like, that person's past is like all messed up. Oh yeah, I cannot like put myself in that scenario. Like I can't put myself in those shoes, you know? I don't get it. And it's time for you to like cut the cord with that. Completely cut all cords with that. And it's like, even if this is something that you feel is like deeply in the past and you're like, Laura, that's not even like an issue anymore. Okay, do you still have pictures with this person on your phone? Do you still have things with their name on it lying around your house? Like, purge it even more. So, Three of Cups in reverse, right next to Justice in reverse, which is right underneath the Lovers in reverse. Guys, this is betrayal. This is cheating. I don't sugarcoat readings. I do not sugarcoat readings. And by the way, like, if this is startling to you, like it doesn't resonate, like don't force it to resonate to a relationship that like you're like, that person's not cheating. But if there are signs there that you've been ignoring and this kind of does resonate, even if you don't have the proof of it, you got to listen to your intuition. You know, there is betrayal somewhere in your energy, Libra. Whether it's you, whether it's somebody you're still energetically strongly connected to, there is betrayal here. A chapter of betrayal, a chapter of deceit. It feels like somebody who consciously knew that what they were doing was wrong. They chose to do it anyways. And then perhaps discarded you, or vice versa, if this is you who did this. Discarded, made the victim feel outcasted, maybe even tried to tell the people in their life, like the person who hurt you, let's just assume that you're the victim here, the person who lied, cheated, stole from you, whatever, discarded you. You know, this is not a good person. And I'm picking up like they may have even tried to make you seem like the crazy one, or told their family, their friends, like, oh, that Libra, they're the nutso one, you know? Just evil stuff. Like, why? And I feel like what makes it even more evil, again, assuming that you're the victim here, whoever the victim is here, I feel like they gave so much grace. Like, were very hurt in a conscious way, but still either empathized, which I can't do, or sympathized with them and said, you know what, like, let's heal together. Like, let's go to therapy. Let's fix this. Let's work on it. And still discarded. Wow. Wow. Now, here's the story. Whoever committed those crimes against humanity, they are currently consumed up to their eyeballs, drowning in grief and regret and guilt over that. This person, whoever did this, they're literally being haunted. Like, full-on horror movie style haunted. I'm speaking so literally, so spiritually haunted. Like, nightmares. Every night, they're seeing shadows. They're having, like, doors slam and open shut, like, haunted. And just general really bad luck. I'm seeing something with their car. They may have crashed their car, getting tickets, flat tires, just replaced the tire. Now there's a leak, just fixed the leak. Now I crashed it. Like, crazy bad luck. And it's like, even if this person is like a stout, devout atheist, it's like, they know this is tied to the horrific, conscious decision they made to hurt whoever they hurt. And whoever was the victim here, who gave that grace, even after this was all exposed, like, still was like, we can work on it. That person, that victim, I do feel is extremely spiritually protected. And for a lot of you guys, this is you. But for some of you, you might be the perpetrator. But we'll get to that in a second. I feel like this person who was victimized here is deeply spiritually protected. Like, by their ancestors first and foremost, but also by, like, nature spirits, specifically. This person may have a really deep connection to nature, very beloved. And listen, I'm gonna get shamanic on you for a second, but trees, low key, are very protective spirits, okay? If you form a relationship with your local nature spirits, they will fiercely protect you in the spiritual realms. And do things like this. Fae, spirit fae energy. If you're in on the fae, with the fae, they will also. I noticed that fae spirits are very good at warning you when somebody does not have good intentions. Every time I let a deeply conscious manipulator into my life, I had a dream that a fae spirit. Like, literally, this happened 3 times in my life. Same dream, same type of dream, different fae spirits, different locations that I was even sleeping at. A fae spirit would be like, hey, Lara, this person's not trustworthy. Or tell me something along those lines. And then do something painful to wake me up. Like, I had one that was like, this person's not trustworthy. And then stabbed me with, like, a thorn from a plant and woke me up. And I literally had, like, a sharp pain in my leg where they stabbed me, even when I woke up. Because when spirits come into your dreams, they to deliver a message, they'll wake you up right after they give you that dream, so that way you'll remember the dream and remember the message. Because if you kept sleeping after that, usually you don't remember your dreams. Anyways, we're going off on some tangents here. If any of you guys watching were the ones who perpetrated this, and you're up to your eyeballs in grief and guilt and all of that, my recommendation would be to do some serious rebalancing karmically here. You may have been very much distracting yourself with this and that and this and that, like coping things. Whatever your thing is, whether that's like binge watching TV, I'm seeing like doom scrolling for hours, or like whatever the thing is. You may be doing that if you were the perpetrator, or whoever the perpetrator is doing that. You know, trying to distract themselves from this crazy amount of guilt and pain that just keeps growing and compounding upon itself as time goes on. And it's time. In November, it is time. It's reaching a breaking point. Like, you can't carry this around anymore, or this perpetrator cannot carry this around anymore. And they need some sort of relief. If you're the perpetrator, how to get that relief in a healthy way. I would say deep shadow work, journaling, number one. Understanding why you did what you did. Understanding how that's rooted in past pain, trauma, and heartbreak, number one. Understand yourself. Understand why you did what you did. So that way you can genuinely know where you're coming from and know what needs healing, what needs changing in order for you to not inflict that sort of damage and pain again. That's number one. And then just general karmic rebalancing, sometimes a good apology goes a long way. But it has to come from a genuine place where you're actually healed and you actually understand in depth why I did what I did, what's happening, and how, like, having a great understanding, a great plan of how you're not going to go back to that place ever again, where you hurt people like that ever again. I feel like that's the healthy way to do things. Although I do feel like a lot of you guys may be on the receiving end of this negative treatment, or have been, rather. It feels past tense. And like I said, it's just time to go. Time to let go of that energy. Move forward, move on from it. Stop carrying the pain of that around. Well, it doesn't even matter what side of it you're on. It's time to stop carrying the pain of that experience around. Wow. This is a startling spread to receive in a love reading. I don't sugarcoat readings, Libra. You guys know that. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh yeah, you got the Tower and the Lovers in reverse and the World in reverse. And then you got Strength in reverse, which is basically like not being able to communicate effectively and like understand your feelings. And then right next to that is Justice in reverse, which is like consciously hurting others. And then right next to that is the Three of Cups in reverse, which is betraying others and making them feel isolated and discarded. Like, you're going to fall in love. No, I'm not going to say that. Like, this is a horrific love spread. I hate it. I don't like it. There's a huge message here of knowing when to let go, knowing when to walk away and end this chapter once and for all. And you literally have the card, it's time to go. It's time to leave this in the past. Because by carrying this into the future, you are actively repelling soulmates, who want to, like, it's time for you to focus on the future, basically, is what it's boiling down to. And, sit with the darkness consciously and release it. Let it go. Love yourself once again and move forward from this. Wow, what an intense reading. There's 6 tarot cards. 5 of them are major arcana. This is big karmic stuff. And the only one that's upright is the Tower. One thing's for certain. Everything's falling apart here with this story. Yeah, it's time to let go. Lovers in reverse, an ending, a no answer, like, no, this cannot carry on whatsoever. The World in reverse, like, I need to start a new chapter, new start. I need to start again from scratch. And you know what? That may bum you out. That may cause grief, but it's time to start over. It's time to start from scratch. It's time to have this new beginning here and leave the potential of things even remotely working out in the past, because stop being delusional. Libra, you can't be delusional. Like, there's no repairing this. Do you understand that? And that's why I'm saying, like, some tarot readers are very predatory. Like, oh, your very toxic ex is coming back. No. There is no repairing this. Even if this person were to come back, did you... Even if this person were to come back, the damage that was inflicted was so conscious, so evil. It's like, you will never trust this person again. You know that. Like, it's like, there's no way this could ever be something healthy ever again. It's just too shattered. And there's 8 million people in the world. Why are we still even caring about this one person? Yeah. And we have to face that fact. With the Strength card in reverse, like, you may have been wanting to ignore that fact or holding on to the secret hope that it feels like that hope has gotten like smaller and smaller and smaller, because as time went on and more pain was inflicted, it's like the chance of bouncing back from this is getting smaller and smaller, and it's like nothing now. It can't bounce back at all. And I think it's time for you to finally, like, consciously, maybe out loud, admit that. Like, there's no way this is coming back. So it's safe for me to remove it entirely from my life, whether that's through blocking, deleting photos, getting rid of all the reminders, all of that. Yeah. All right. Thank you for joining me, Libra. What a happy reading. I would definitely recommend watching for your sun, moon, rising, and especially Venus sign for your love. And look at that. Actually, this card just accidentally flipped over. The Queen of Wands. This is your spark coming back. Passion coming back. All right, this may have already even happened. You know, it's like keep focusing on this fun fire that has returned. But yeah, Venus sign especially. Go watch for those signs, because there's more to it than just this craziness and this message. Like this video, comment how it resonated down below, subscribe if you've not already. These are all the simplest ways that you can support the channel. I do offer 2 love readings on my website. There's my future love reading if you're single. I would actually really recommend that, because again, it's time to be future focused if you're single from this situation. And also I have my general love reading if you have specific questions or you want to ask about this topic specifically, whatever. And there's other readings as well, not just love. What else? I am open to 4 new Shamanic life transformation coaching clients. That's the deepest way that you can work with me. Hour-long video readings every single week, focusing in on your specific questions, whatever's going on in your life, your goals, etc. And you get daily email access and correspondence with me, like just us, me and you, yapping, talking about what's going on in your life. And I'm just here to act as your best friend and your guide, and channeling in your guides on a daily basis to help support the greatest transformation of your life. Okay, that's how and why I designed it that way. And I'll also send you 10 digital shamanic tools, such as workbooks, affirmation sheets, etc., etc. So go check those things out. Oh, there's my free tarot book. There is my online tarot reading course, and I do offer intention oils as well. Everything's linked down below. Check it out. Bye-bye.